Today we're going to be talking about fragrance world. Welcome to my channel. My name is LATTAFA'S Fashion. My passion, I'm about that action. If you're new to this channel, we talk about fragrances. If you love fragrances, you're in the right place. Listen, I've talked about multiple brands from before. This video is going to be strictly on fragrance world. This is a PDF of the fragrance world dupes. And listen, fragrance world is not playing any games. Fragrance world is coming with the heat, just like LATTAFA. Everybody wants to talk about LATTAFA, but nobody wants to talk about fragrance world. They are on the same level as LATTAFA. Fragrance world is the East Coast to LATTAFA's West Coast. They have 3 sub-brands under the fragrance world collection so far. They have French Avenue, they have Azzure, Al-Alam, and Fragrance World itself. They've dropped over 140 collections since their genesis, which was like 2020. So that's 4 years, which is like 28 fragrances a year, which is 2 fragrances a month. That's impressive. 2.5 fragrances a month. That's very impressive, actually. And they're not just dropping any kind of fragrance. These are quality. These are really good. They have a whole Parfum de Mali dupe collection that has come out. It's kind of hard to find. I think you can find it just in the UAE. Once I get my hands on it, I will be sharing it with you guys. But so Fragrance World is not here to play. I'm going to put this in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. This is handy if you want to start doing fragrance content creation, because what a lot of these brands don't do is they don't tell you that they're cloning certain fragrances. It takes a lot of hard work to figure out what these fragrances are dupe of. So check this out if you're trying to start your own collection, if you're trying to start content creation around fragrances. That's a good tool to have, a good resource. So let's jump right into the video. We're gonna start off with the obvious, just get it out the way because it's just so good. We're gonna start off with Dupe to Parfum de Mali Althair. Check out French Avenue Liquid Brun. This is a smooth, elegant, classy vanilla. Regular spray atomizer. This is gonna last you anywhere from 8 to 12 hours plus. I love spraying it on my jackets. I love spraying it on top of my clothes, especially synthetic material, because obviously we know synthetic doesn't absorb the product. It just lets it sit there compared to cotton. Cotton absorbs everything, so it's gonna die out faster on cotton compared to synthetic material. So this is a great fragrance right here. The reason I love this fragrance is because it's so easy to layer it. The vanilla in here is so smooth, it's so blendable that I layer it with so many other fragrances. One of the fragrances that I layer with is this next fragrance. Fragrance World's Luscious. Fragrance World Luscious, yes, Fragrance World Luscious is a dupe to Cali's Pistachio, Yum Gelato. I already told you guys before that if it tastes good, it's gonna smell good. That's a rule of thumb. Always have that in your mind, especially when you're layering your fragrances, right? The things that taste good in food automatically smell good in fragrances. Without your sense of smell, you can only literally taste 4 different flavors. That's sweet, spicy, sour, and bitter. That's it. So your sense of smell plays a big part in what you taste. So if you can taste something and it tastes good, most likely it's gonna smell good. Vanilla and pistachio go great in snacks, candy, cakes, ice cream. So you know for sure it's gonna go well when it comes to your fragrance, how you smell. You get what I'm saying? It definitely has that dopamine release. When somebody smells it on you, it's gonna make them hungry, make them want to snack. Who knows? You might be the snack that they want. I love blending this with vanilla. Pistachio and vanilla just go so well together. Man, it's heaven made on earth, bro. It's like white on rice. The mint in here is so fresh that if you ever had sinuses problems, it will clear it up easily. Minty, fresh, pistachio, delicious ice cream smell, like an ice cream shop in Dubai or something. It's definitely similar to Yum Gelato, but it's a lot more punchy, right? It has more extract in it. You can tell it's more intensified. The dry down of this smell though is realistically a warm honey and vanilla. A warm vanilla would mix with honey, because the pistachio will take a backseat and the vanilla and the honey will come to the forefront. And that makes it even more of a tantalizing, sexy, seductive, let me hold you. It's way sweeter, stronger, and nuttier than Yum Gelato. Another fragrance from the French Avenue Sweet Pleasure collection, because you know they have different collections. A good fragrance that comes out of the Sweet Pleasure collection. It's not sweet, it's not really too pleasurable, unless you have this certain kink, right, where you find the smell of gas, the smell of petrol. Then you're definitely gonna love this fragrance right here. This is French Avenue Azzure Oud. French Avenue Azzure Oud is a dupe to Oud Maracuja. Spot on to Oud Maracuja for sure, 100%. This smell literally, like I said, if you have a weird kink to the smell of gas, the smell of petrol, right? You're definitely gonna love this. This smells like gas and petrol. It projects strong, it lasts long. I wore it the other day and my cousin asked me if I was wearing Oud Maracuja. That's how I know it's that spot on to Oud Maracuja for just $40, which is a big steal. And it lasts really long, which is a good deal. 2 birds, 1 stone. You cannot go wrong. It's one of those smells that, like, if you're looking for something to turn people's heads or just blow the room up, this is something that you're gonna wear right here. Even when you don't smell it, you go nose blind to it, I guarantee it, people can smell it. Easily lasted about 12 hours on my skin with great projection. I don't know if this is a crystal in between the bottle, but there's definitely a crystal right here, blue crystal in the middle. I don't know if it's a Swarovski crystal. It really is a beautiful bottle, simple, right? It definitely comes off as like a blue fragrance. That's what you would think when you see this color, but it's, man, it's a bomb, right? Whew. Hey, listen, it smells like AutoZone. I'm not gonna lie to you. It smells like AutoZone. It smells like Take 5. It smells like an oil change. That's what this smells like. When you walk into a mechanic shop, this is the smell that you get right here, but it's a little bit more, it smells like a fancy mechanic shop, very masculine smell. It smells like oil change, diesel, and tire. A little bit of rose and oud at the same time. Definitely a unique smell. You have people who find this smell very pleasing, like myself. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I could just sniff this. It's weird. I just like the smell of gas. I don't know how to explain it. It's a pleasant memory. It's a pleasant connection. I associate gas with filling up the tank to travel or to go somewhere. So that's what this kind of reminds me of, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I didn't get my first car till I was 21. I was the gas money king. So like, when I got my first car, the freedom of getting my first car, man, was a beautiful feeling. Like being able to go anywhere I want to, you know, fill my tank up and not worry about filling somebody else's tank up. I had something to take care of. It was a Nissan Altima, 2001 Nissan Altima. It was my mom's old car, and she passed it down to me. It's nostalgic for me. If the smell of petrol or gasoline is too strong for you, or you don't really find that as pleasant as I do, then try Coco Morado. But I don't want you to get fooled by this name though, because you hear the name Coco, you might think it smells like cocoa. But listen, there's nothing gourmand about this fragrance. This is not a gourmand fragrance. It is a dupe to Candenza, Oud Candenza, right? By Maison, by Maison Crivelli. You have the purple with the gold colorway, kind of like the Lakers, right? Beautiful, nice. The smell, I can't really explain it. It opens up with this, with like a oudy, similar oud to what's in Azzure oud, but with spices, if that makes sense. And then like, if you wait a little bit, the sweetness starts to come in. But it's very subtle, right? And it takes a little bit of time for that sweetness to come in, but it starts to come in. But definitely an enveloping smell, a smell that doesn't stay the same or stagnant all the way through. It just changes, it transitions. Now you might not be able to experience the transition, but it's there, trust me. Then it has like this oudy, leathery scent at the same time, right? It has that blend of oud and leather. Very mature smells that are in the undertone of this fragrance. The sweetness, it's not like a vanilla sweet, it's like an amber sweet. You're not gonna smell too many people that smell like this. Next one, I talked about it already, but I'm gonna talk about it again. It's a French Avenue Spectre Ghost. Dupe to Nishane. Fire dupe to Nishane, by the way. A lot of people say one-of-one to Nishane. I have Nishane. I wouldn't say this is a one-of-one dupe to Nishane. The difference between this and Nishane is this opens up to where Nishane is enveloping to. See, Nishane is a fragrance that envelopes. It doesn't start off with the way it ends, right? This fragrance right here starts off with the way it ends, and it goes all the way through the same way, stagnant. Where Nishane is going, as far as like the dry down, this is already where it's gonna be. It opens up with that smell, right? That vanilla with the light touches of the cardamom, like a velvety vanilla, right? Smooth though, smooth, sweet. Definitely one of those fragrances that can be intoxicating. You know what I'm saying? If you like vanilla, this is definitely a safe blind buy. You know what I'm saying? Easy fragrance to layer with other fragrances. I love layering this with pistachio also, and I love layering this with God of Fire. It's weird. I layered all three of them together, and listen, I got so many compliments that day I did that. It's a great blend. It just goes well with my skin chemistry, like, and it just gives me that scent bubble all throughout the day. I get 6+ hours out of this fragrance easily with a moderate projection and sillage. Next one, it's a little bit different. This one is unisex. A lot more women like this fragrance than men. I like this fragrance because I like fruits. French Avenue Tropical Kiss, a dupe to Mango Kiss by Stephane Humbert. Beautiful fragrance. It's definitely a fragrance that I think is great for the summer. Time is flying. Spring is almost here. Summer's gonna be here soon. This is a fragrance that you definitely want to have in your repertoire. If you're going to be blending and layering, by the time summer comes, I'm gonna show you guys so many layer combinations that like you're gonna be an expert at layering. You're gonna have your own signature scent. This fragrance right here specifically, I love layering it with like other fruits, because I know that fruits just go well with other fruits, right? When it comes to layering, mango is one of those fruits that goes well with pineapple. It goes well with orange. So if you have any orange fragrances, any linear orange fragrances, any linear fruit fragrances, layer this with that. The mango in this is a lot more heavier. It's more prominent. Now it has ginger in it too, which gives it like a light touch of spiciness. But the mango is way more prominent. It's fresh, it's clean, it's sweet. You get what I'm saying? It can be a little bit playful, a little bit energetic, but what do you expect from a fruit fragrance, right? It smells like a fancy fruit mango juice. Definitely one of those fragrances that is gonna get you compliments for sure, because it's gonna remind people of like just vacation. it just transports you into another place, a tropical place, literally, right? So yeah, it's one of those fragrances that you definitely want to have in your repertoire, to wear by itself, to wear with layer, with fruit. You get what I'm saying? A good fruit fragrance that I layer with also in the Fragrance World collection is Midori. I love layering this with Midori. Midori is one of those sleeper picks. You cannot go wrong with Midori. Midori is a Dupes Parfum de Mali Greenley. Obviously, you can tell. Like I said, Fragrance World is notorious for cloning not just the smell, but the bottle and the packaging too. That's kind of like the strategy to tap into the market, and then they give you their smells with the different bottles, right? If we change this to Althair or Aether, it's still the same smell, same juice, right? You have that citrusy, leafy, and minty smell, right? But definitely one of those smells that, listen, you're gonna get compliments. I get compliments when I wear this because it's clean and it's citrusy and it's leafy at the same time, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's one of those fragrances that, like, it's a sleeper. You never expect it to be this good, but it's good. It's definitely Greenley, right? If you even think about the name Midori, Midori in Japanese means green. So you know for sure they're cloning Greenley. They didn't play. They took everything. This is one of those fragrances that's safe to wear everywhere, to school, to work. It's so fresh, it's so green, but at the same time, it's crowd pleasing. It's not annoying to the point where, like, people can't expect to smell like that around them in a work environment or a school environment. You can definitely smell this in a work and a school environment and, like, still be like, oh, okay, that smells good, but not, you know, to where it throws you off. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it blends in. It's smooth, just blends into your everyday life for sure. I get at least 7 hours out of this fragrance, right? It lasts pretty long. I'm not gonna lie to you. The projection stays on strong for like 4 or 5 hours, right? Where you have that bubble around you, right? But as far as like it becoming a skin scent, it stays 7 hours plus. Like, Fragrance No Tragedy is a dupe to Tragedy of Lord George by Penhaligon's. I love this fragrance specifically because it's just unique. It's a simple fragrance, but listen, it's elegant at the same time. It smells like a aftershave and vanilla, like a sweet aftershave. Like, imagine yourself, you know, going to like a barbershop in the 70s, right? They have like the blue and red turning little spinning cylinder thing on the outside, right? Everybody's having conversations about life, relationships, basketball, that classic barbershop vibe. That's exactly what this smells like, with that sweet vanilla hint in it. It smells like you just got done shaving, like doing the most masculine task, but yet you're clean at the same time. It's definitely the definition of a clean masculine man. I definitely recommend this fragrance for like an everyday wear because it have that aftershave vibe to it that, I mean, you probably have smelled before, but the vanilla in it makes it sweeter. So it definitely adds some sophistication to this fragrance, which I like it. I like it. Definitely a great everyday wear, great work, great school. One of those fragrances that you know you can call a signature scent that you could wear every day. French Avenue Fierté. This one is a dupe to Baby Cat. Yves Saint Laurent Baby Cat. Right, this smell right here is definitely so distinct. It's one of those smells that, listen, when you spray it, it's gonna attack your nostrils because it's so strong, right? But then it's gonna die down to this vanilla smell. Not like die down to the point where you can't smell it anymore. It's still gonna be prominent, right? But it's not gonna be as strong. The opening is harsh, like it attacks your nose, right? But it attacks your nose with a vanilla bomb, but then it dries down to more of like a soothing vanilla, right? You get the suede in here also, right? A light touch smell, right? Definitely one of those fragrances that is a signature scent, like I said before, due to Yves Saint Laurent Baby Cat. Great value for your money. The only downside I would say about this fragrance is I think it's a suffocating scent and it can be unbearable, especially in the summertime. So please don't wear this fragrance in no hot weather. I'm telling you, is unbearable and it can be suffocating. So especially in scorching heat. If you're where I'm at in the South, this is a fragrance that you don't want to be wearing in the summertime. Next one, Fragrance World Jack of Clubs. Dupe to Yves Saint Laurent Bleu Electrique. We're having a lot of Yves Saint Laurent fragrances now. This one came with playing cards for $30. I can't believe like they were able to add some playing cards in the bottle and in the packaging, and it just cost $30 for it. No way they made profit from this fragrance. No, I'm just kidding. They definitely made profit, but it's a good smell. It's a dupe to discontinued fragrance Bleu Electrique. So if you ever were looking for Bleu Electrique, I got you right here. This is it right here. The cardamom is so prominent, it's so strong. You have the vanilla. It smells like Le Nuit de L'Homme a little bit too. Nah, I mean, it's more so Bleu Electrique, but it has that Le Nuit de L'Homme smell too at the same time. I mean, they kind of all have the same DNA. You know Yves Saint Laurent smell when you smell Yves Saint Laurent. I like this fragrance. My bottle is very sweet, like especially after macerating for a few weeks. The opening reminds me of a Turkish delight. The opening is a very fruity with a subtle spice and zest. So picture a scoop of vanilla ice cream after getting a haircut or after a visit to the barbershop. Fragrance World Suits, dupe to Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo. This is truly an addicting smell. It's one of those smells that will constantly have you smelling yourself, but it does not last long. Sadly, it doesn't last long. It's a blend between patchouli and vanilla. The patchouli in this fragrance is very nice. It's smooth and it's prominent at the start with the vanilla undertone, and it slowly starts to come through as the fragrance continues to last. Next one is French Avenue Royal Blend. So this one is a dupe to Killian's Angel Share. If you like Killian's Angel Share, you're gonna love this. If you like Lattafa Camera, you're gonna love this. If you like Celero Epic du Mans, you're gonna love this too. This is basically Camera on steroids. The opening is like a apple pie in a bottle, right? You have the crisp apple mixed with a bergamot vibe, and then you have that nutmeg cinnamon combo that goes perfectly well with the apple. As it dries down, it loses that fruitiness of the apple, and it becomes a nice vanilla tonka bean smell with an ambery nuance. If you think somebody can get value from this video, share it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and turn your post notification on for the next time I drop a video. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning to the channel, and we're out.